Good morning everyone. It's just after 7 out here at Whiteford Point on the Gower Peninsula. Now I've spent the last, I don't know, 5-6 days walking and exploring the coast, mainly following the Welsh coast path, but there's been quite a bit of meandering. I haven't always followed the exact coastal path because you know, there are some areas I wanted to see. Total mileage to date to here was 48 miles. I got about 7 to do today, so it'll be a 55-mile hike in the end. I think if you just follow the coastal path, it's considerably shorter, but then you miss out on some of the amazing stuff that I've seen. As walks go, this one's been pretty special. I've said it several times throughout this video series, but yeah, this Gower coastline is so varied, and it's all really spectacular. I left Mumbles Light House on the first day, and you know, lovely beaches. You know, it's kind of standard kind of coastline. But day 2, it really opened up. Three Cliffs Bay area, you know, golden sands, amazing cliffs, just really spectacular. And then down through Port Einon, you've got the kind of the Culver Hole and caves and dramatic cliffs and stuff. And I didn't stick to the coastline there. You've got the kind of the main coastal path, but then you've got a lower path that follows along really close to the edge where the sea is, and the official coastal path is sort of set back inland a little bit, not far, half a kilometre, but yeah, I wanted to take the more adventurous path where I could, and that is dramatic. It's hard in places, that it's a lot of up and down, but really spectacular, well worth deviating and going down that way, but you need a sure footing at times. And then carrying on from there out to Worm's Head. Worm's Head is worth seeing all on its own. If you come here and do nothing else, you know, go visit Worm's Head, it's pretty cool. And then from Worm's Head we left the coastal path and up and over the Rossley Beacon, and that's like being in the Peak District. Purple heather, rocky tops and things, just gorgeous. And then yesterday I rejoined back out to Rossley Beach. I spent most of yesterday walking through huge sand dunes and what have you. Just really stunning, but so different. All the way out to where we are now, which is Whiteford Point Lighthouse. Came out yesterday through pine forests, past rocky tors, that sort of thing. Really, again, very spectacular. And now today we're heading inland again, in from the point and then up the coast, and it's floodplains, wetlands, that sort of thing, I believe. So today, again, very different. In terms of kind of fitness level and stuff, I think I've done okay this trip. Last year I did the South Downs Way 100-mile hike, which is difficult in its own way because of the distance, but it's a lot more kind of flatter. This is very kind of Jurassic coasty in places, and it's hard going. The footpaths are not always prominent, you know, sometimes it's scrabbly rocky stuff. Sometimes you're just walking on loose sand. When you're going uphill on loose sand, you know, that's taxing on the legs, but I've done okay. I feel pretty good. Everything aches a little bit. My knees ache, my feet. I got a blister on one of my toes that is about ready to burst. That's quite painful, but it's not too bad. Ankles are a bit shot, but generally I feel all right. I mean, I'm tired, but feeling pretty good about stuff. But I've got to say, I've really enjoyed this one. Really nice. To be fair, I haven't passed many hikers. There are places on this walk where it's touristy. You know, there's one or two spots in particular where it is quite touristy. But they don't last long. You walk through them in about 10 minutes if you want. A lot of it feels very remote. And, you know, phone signal's a bit patchy. But, yeah, I've not passed anyone else doing the kind of coastal path walk. I've you know, passed a couple of hikers. There's a guy actually here where we're camping, just over the way in his tent. I went and spoke to him last night when we got here, and he's done bits. He's not doing the whole coast. He's done a bit here, he's done a bit further up, he's driving in between. But you know, you do something like the South Downs Way, and there's quite a lot of people doing it, but I don't remember seeing. Oh no, I only remember seeing 2 other people with big backpacks. That's right, in Port Einon. They may have just gotten off a bus, for all I know. I didn't ask them. But yeah, it's not a popular route, but it should be. This is a really good walk. I guess there's no clear start and finish to it. I think that's half the issue, because the Welsh coast path runs all the way around Wales, and that's many miles, that is. But that has a clear start and finish. But arguably, you could do this lighthouse to lighthouse. You know, Mumbles Lighthouse to Whiteford Bay Lighthouse, and call that good. I mean, you still got to walk inland again, but lighthouse to lighthouse is a good achievement. I've had my usual travel companion on this trip, Mr. Linley from Linley's 360. He's been by my side, gearing me along. I don't know if I could do, you know, this kind of trail hiking on my own. I don't know if I've mentally got it for that sort of thing, because I tend to just go, nah, I've had enough, and stop. But when you hike with a partner, it's much easier to keep going and stay motivated. Anyway, let's say 7 miles left on my particular plan, so I'm gonna get myself dressed and pack my tent down and get on with it. Yeah. This is to my mum. Just messaged my mum just to check in. Hadn't spoke to her for a while. She said, "How are your feet? Have you stuck them in the sea?" So, that was a big wave. No, I hadn't, but now I have. How are you doing?
Excellent. What a gorgeous morning.
Yeah.
Hey?
Getting your feet wet.
I am. Nice. Good for the feet.
Yeah. Yeah. Salt water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't going to... I don't want to get sand everywhere, this, that and the other. No. And then I messaged with my mum this morning, and she said, "How's the feet?" And you soaked in seawater. And I thought, do you know what? I haven't.
That's it.
So here I am.
Good seawater therapy.
Yeah. So, I've had a coffee.
Have you? I haven't had anything yet.
You sleep all right though?
I slept well. Yeah. Woke up during the night. It was low tide. What did we say? 2-ish or something?
Yeah.
And I just randomly woke up about, I don't know, 1-ish. I thought, I'll just look out. Not that we were going to do a walk.
Okay, so we are packed up. Left no trace, of course. We have a leisurely start this morning. It's 9 o'clock, but you know, there's no one around, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm going to walk along this bit of beach for a bit. I think we've got some forest to either go past or go through, I'm not quite sure. And then we join back up with the kind of mainlandy bit, and we'll follow the coast path along for half a dozen miles or so. Bird Central. Loads of them. They're all sitting on the beach as we approach. They take off and do a little lap around us and then land somewhere else. It's a long old beach, this one. Could do with a seat. It's weird. Look at those birds. Just come around another point here, and our path takes us round past that forest and there, that direction. Just about see what was it called, Cwmivy Tor in the distance. But yeah, this is clearly birds' favourite place, right out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I think this is the start of the kind of wetland area. Looking out in the water as we're coming round, it looks treacherous water. There's currents going this way, this way, diagonally this way. You can just see them all over the shop, different currents and all. Who wouldn't want to be swimming out there? Little patches of forest, little streamy things. Definitely, there's horses over there as well. Definitely changing landscape again. So cool. I think I've said every video, Gower Coast Path. It's just varied, changes all the time. Look at this, completely different. Could be on Dartmoor. Tor in the background, big hills, wetlandy, boggy, moory type landscape, ponies wandering about. Very cool. We just did a huge meandering loop out. I think we sort of lost the path a little bit for a while there. This is it again. We are now back on the path. I think it's been an hour and a half. I think in reality we've covered about 1 kilometre from the lighthouse. That bit sticking right out there was we were just following the edge. But yeah, it wasn't quite on the path. That's all right. It's beautiful in here. It's beautiful out there as well. It's stunning. It's a really nice section. Abundant life. Everything in fruit. Millions of butterflies. Flowers. All that sort of thing. Really nice area. I did feel like I'd kind of lost my way a bit. Following a path about half a foot wide through that forest. I wasn't entirely sure I was going the right way. I've lost Warren. No idea where he is. He's ahead of me. And I sort of lost myself in there, which was very nice. Oh, I just stopped for a water break. Check this out. This here is like a seawall kind of footpath. I was talking about this earlier. But this was reclaimed land, this side, where the petrified forest is. But this was the original path for the coastal path that would kind of cut a big corner off the Quilmivey corner. This was built some time ago, and you know, it's really thick and big and sturdy. But yeah, it collapsed. All this land was reclaimed. You know, there was a forest there, and it had been reclaimed for quite some time as kind of farmland. But this footpath has given way just up here. You can no longer get through. I think at high tide, you know, all this land here on my left all floods, and then water rushes through the big split in the footpath and covers all this land as well, which is something. It is something. But yeah, so we're gonna have a drink of water, and we've got to take the long way round, which is a good thing in a way, because we're going to end up back at Quilmivey Tor and wang a left, and at the top of the hill is a coffee shop where our footpath turns left, and it opens at 11, so we are going to get a coffee and maybe something to eat, because it's getting near lunchtime. I think this is the original footpath, and it's cracked across there, so we've got to come up this way and along here and then back down this way, but that is where that cafe is. I don't know when that seawall gave way, but I understand it was a little while ago. Four miles to do. Just talking to someone, and we're going to Llanrhidian next, following the kind of going on over the Salt Marshes and stuff. Yeah, there's a pub in Llanrhidian called Welcome to Town, I think. So that sounds to me like an ideal finishing spot. So we've got a few miles to do, cross the Salt Marshes, hug the coastline for a bit, and then head into town, grab a beer, job done. Thank you. It's Quilmivey Woods. It's very nice. It's nice and cool in here. It was getting hot. Good view of some of the petrified forest. Probably would have been part of this forest at some point. This is slightly higher ground to out there. I think that was a bee's nest. Scary sounds, that is. Not a fan of stingy things. Weird little kiln. Craggy top over there. I think this is a high tide coast path, low tide coast path. Stepping stones installed with financial assistance from the Gower Society and Swansea Ramblers. Coast path that way. Yeah, it says up there, high tide route. So it is low tide. We'll take the low tide route, shall we? Yeah. Oh, back out in the open country. Nice. Look at that craggy mountain top in front of us. If you're walking the Gower Coastal Path, there are times when you have to be careful of low tide, high tide and all, because some of the beaches are lovely beaches during low tide, and then the sea comes right up to the rocks at high tide. There are a number of places on this walk where there's a high tide route and a low tide route, so being aware of tide times is sensible. I bought a little paper booklet in one of the shops near the start that just had the tide times printed on it. I mean, you can look them up on your phone, but you haven't always got signal. So it was like £1 or something, £1.50 maybe, for the little booklet that's got the next month's worth of tide times in it. So we're on the Salt Marshes now, and you can smell the salt in the air. It's impressive, that North Hill tour. It's a big lump. These salt marshes. There's something else. They're pretty barren. They remind me of something out of a spaghetti western. Big expanse. Expect to see Clint Eastwood riding across the plains in the shimmering heat. Now I've got the good, the bad and the ugly soundtrack in my head. I just checked the map. There is literally miles of this in front of me. Miles. That's the end of the Salt Marshes. Goodbye, Salt Marshes. You were long and you were arduous. Right, I worked it out. I think we've got 4k left to do. Hour and a half maybe. Got to pass through a couple of little villages, wiggle, 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 find a pub. Oh, tired now, boss. More gorgeous landscape. We could be in, I don't know, Wiltshire, Surrey, Hampshire, Devon. Kind of little hilly farm country. I think I'm going to sign off. And yeah, 55 miles, just about done. I think I've earned a pint. So we're going to find a pub and call that an end. But yes, Gower Peninsula has been very special. If you're considering walking it, do so. So varied, terrain is amazing. Wild camping, you know, it's not permitted, but it's tolerated. Get yourself off the path, out the way, don't cause trouble. You know, go on open access land, not private land, that sort of thing. Leave no trace. But there are campsites. There are a couple of youth hostels and stuff. Just by the time I thought about it, they were fully booked. But if you book them in advance, you can get in there. You need a stout pair of boots because some of the terrain is tough going, but it is a rewarding walk. There are some really, really gorgeous bits to it. Today has been a highlight. The lowland, the Salt Marshes, you know, that sort of thing. Absolutely stunning. The middle section with Three Cliffs Bay, Port Einon through to Worm's Head, amazing. Up and over the beacon. If you're gonna do the walk, don't take the coast path from Rossley. Go up and over the beacon, and you're transported to the Peak District for an hour or so. Just amazing. So, yep, it's been good. But I'm about done. Get myself a beer and start thinking about heading home. I've got a thank you to do though first. My first thank you is to the people of South Wales. Oh my God, they are so friendly. Everywhere we've been, people just want to stop and chat. Really, really nice. People asking you where you're going, where you've been, recommending places, giving directions, filling up your water. Such a good vibe here. If you live in and around this area, fair play to you. Really friendly. Next thank you. So this man, this endlessly patient man.
Yeah, right.
He's put up with me moaning, grumbling.
We both moaned, we both grumbled.
He has moaned a lot. Oh my God, non-stop. My feet hurt, I'm tired. Come and get some food, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since lunch. Anyway, thanks Warren.
It was good actually.
It's been a really good walk.
We have had a good week.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yes, recommend the Gower Coastal Walk.
Totally.
Recommend it. Start at Mumbles and finish at Llanrhidian.
Yep.
That is about perfect.
Yeah.
And if you meander and mess about like we did, it's about 55 miles. If you do it straight, it's probably about 30. But that's it. We're going to get a beer.
We are.
Come on then.
That way.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, blah blah blah. I'll see you later. Hey. Okay. Definitely Wales.
Thank you, Dan.
We've
done well.
Thanks, Warren.
We've had a good time, actually.
I have.
I think it's been better than the South Downs Way.
There's been a lot more.
Just put that out though.
There's been a lot more stuff to see. A lot more variety. The South Downs Way is a lovely achievement because it's that round 100 miles.
Yeah.
This is a
But
bit
it was
ambiguous.
a lot of plodding.
Yeah, this is a bit ambiguous as
I
to
know.
where the start and finish is. But
Yeah. But we've had the variety here. Every day's been different. And don't give me that, we started on Tuesday, so Wednesday's different, Thursday, Friday. So every day's been different.
well, yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, it's good. I feel a little bit sunburned.
I feel a little bit happy.
Well, tell your face.
Yeah, sense of achievement. Sense of achievement. You can put that back in the box.